Hello, and welcome to Oopsspeak. If you found this episode, you are probably not here for entertainment. You are here because something in your life feels tight. Maybe it is money. Maybe it is time. Maybe it is the feeling that your days all look the same. Most people don't want money because they love numbers. They want money because they want space. Space to breathe. Space to say no. Space to not feel trapped. When I first started searching for ways to make money online, I wasn't dreaming about being rich. I was just tired of feeling stuck. I was tired of waking up, doing things I didn't care about, and feeling like my energy was going into someone else's dream. And if you were honest, that is probably why you are here too. The internet makes this problem worse. Everywhere you look, someone is telling you that you can make easy money, that you can escape your job, that you can be free. But almost nobody talks about how hard it is mentally, because the hardest part is not learning a skill. The hardest part is staying consistent when nobody is watching. Let me tell you something very important. Most people who try to make money online do not fail because they are lazy. They fail because they are emotionally exhausted. They start excited. They watch videos. They feel hopeful. They imagine a better life. Then a few weeks pass. Nothing changes. And slowly, that hope turns into disappointment. Not because they did nothing, but because they did too many things. They try YouTube 1 week, freelancing the next, dropshipping after that, crypto after that. Their mind is always jumping. And a jumping mind never builds anything. Here is a truth that nobody wants to hear. Money is boring. The people who make money online are not constantly excited. They are repetitive. They do the same small actions every day. Not because it feels good, but because it works. And this is where most people quit. Because boredom feels like failure. When you start something new, your brain expects fast results. It wants proof that this is working. But real progress is silent. You might be writing every day, posting every day, learning every day, and still feel like nothing is happening. That feeling is not a sign that you are failing. It is a sign that you are in the middle. Let's talk about what actually creates online income. Not luck, not talent, not being special, a system. A system is what you do when you don't feel motivated. Most people don't have a system. They have moods. They work when they feel inspired. They stop when they feel tired. That is not a business. That is a roller coaster. A real system is simple. One skill, one platform, one routine. That's it. One thing you are learning. One place you are showing it. One small thing you do every day. The problem is not that people don't know this. The problem is that this feels too slow, and slow feels scary. Here is something that changed the way I think. You don't build income first. You build identity first. When you show up every day, even for 10 minutes, your brain starts to see you differently. You stop being someone who is trying. You become someone who is doing, and that changes everything. Most people wait for motivation, but motivation is a reaction, not a cause. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. This is why planners, journals, and routines matter so much. Not because they make you productive, but because they make your actions visible. When you write down, upload 1 video, write 200 words, practice speaking for 10 minutes. You turn a dream into something physical, and what you can see, you can repeat. We will go much deeper into this in the next part, because in the next section, I want to show you how to design a daily system that actually leads to income, not in theory, in real life. Now let's talk about something most people avoid: structure. Freedom without structure becomes chaos, and chaos kills progress. People think routines are for boring people, but routines are actually what give you freedom. Because when you don't have to think about what to do, you have more energy to actually do it. Most people wake up and decide their day in their head. Should I work today? Should I rest? Should I try something new? That decision happens again and again every day. And decision fatigue makes you quit. A system removes decisions. Here is the simplest system you can have. You choose one income goal, one skill, one platform. That's it. Let's say your goal is to make money online. Your skill might be writing, editing, speaking, designing, or teaching. Your platform might be YouTube, TikTok, Fiverr, Medium, or a blog. You do not choose 5. You choose 1. Then you choose 3 daily actions, not 10, not 20.3. For example, record 1 short video. Write 300 words. Send 2 messages. These actions must be small, clear, repeatable. If it takes more than 30 minutes, it is too big. This is where a planner becomes powerful, not a fancy one, just a place to write your 3 actions every day. When you check them off, your brain releases dopamine. That dopamine is what makes habits stick, not motivation, not discipline, feedback. Most people only track results. How much money did I make? How many views did I get? But results are slow. Actions are fast. Track what you can control. Here is something important. Online income is not built in weeks. It is built in identity shifts. At first, you are someone who is trying. Then you become someone who shows up. Then you become someone who builds. Money comes last. Let me give you a real example. Imagine 2 people start YouTube. Person A posts 3 videos, gets no views, and quits. Person B posts 1 video every day for 90 days. Even if they are bad at first, they improve. The algorithm notices them. People notice them. One has hope. The other has a system. Guess who wins? This is why most online advice fails. It gives you information, but not structure. You don't need more ideas. You need fewer decisions. Now let's talk about energy. Most people think they are lazy, but they are just mentally tired. They scroll. They consume. They compare. That drains energy. Creating gives energy, even when it is hard. This is why screen time is directly connected to income. If your brain is always busy with content, it has no space to create. One simple habit that changes everything. No phone for the first 30 minutes after waking up. That small space is where systems are built. In the next part, we will talk about something very few people discuss. Why your emotions control your money, and how to use journaling and reflection to break that cycle. There is something nobody tells you about money. Money is emotional. People think it is logical. Numbers, budgets, business. But the truth is, your financial life is mostly controlled by how you feel. When you feel stressed, you spend. When you feel bored, you scroll. When you feel insecure, you chase fast money. And when you feel overwhelmed, you quit. That is not weakness. That is being human. Most people don't fail because they don't know what to do. They fail because they cannot manage how they feel while doing it. You might have the perfect plan, but one bad day can destroy it. That is why journaling is not just a self-care thing. It is a business tool. When you write, you slow your mind down. Your thoughts become visible, and what becomes visible becomes controllable. Without a journal, your mind feels like a noisy room. With a journal, it feels like a quiet desk. Here is a simple journaling system that actually works. Every day, write 3 things. What did I do today? How did I feel today? What is one small thing I will do tomorrow? That's it. This creates emotional stability, and emotional stability creates consistency. Consistency creates income, not talent. Not luck. Showing up on days when you feel low is what separates builders from dreamers. Let's talk about overthinking. Overthinking is the enemy of action. Your mind creates stories. What if I fail? What if people laugh? What if this doesn't work? Those thoughts feel real, but they are just noise. When you write them down, they lose their power. They become words on a page instead of fears in your head. This is why journaling is not about being deep. It is about being clear. Clarity leads to action. Action leads to momentum. Momentum leads to money. Now let me give you a simple daily structure you can actually follow. Morning, no phone for 30 minutes. Write today's 3 actions. Day, do the 3 actions, even badly. Night, write 1 page about how the day felt. That is your system. Not complicated, not sexy, but powerful. Most people want freedom, but freedom is built through discipline. Quiet discipline, the kind nobody sees. If you do this for 30 days, something will change. Not your bank account, your identity. You will stop feeling lost. You will start feeling grounded. And from that place, you can build anything. This is what Oopsspeak is about. Not hype, not fake success. Just real people building real systems, one day at a time. Thank you for listening.